Originally named Hotspur Football Club, the club was formed on 5 September 1882 by a group of schoolboys led by Bobby Buckle. They were members of the Hotspur Cricket Club, and the football club was formed to play sports during the winter months. The first recorded match took place on 30 September 1882 against a local team named the Radicals, which Hotspur lost 2-0. In April 1884 the club was renamed Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, to avoid confusion with another London club named Hotspur, whose post had been mistakenly delivered to North London. The team entered their first cup competition in the London Association Cup, and won 5-2 in their first competitive match on 17 October 1885 against a Company's Works team called St Albans. The club's fixtures began to attract the interest of the local community, and attendances at its home matches increased. In 1892, they played for the first time in a league, the short-lived Southern Alliance, in which they finished third out of 7 teams. The club turned professional on 20 December 1895 and, in the summer of 1896, was admitted to Division 1 of the Southern League. On 2 March 1898, the club also became a limited company, the Tottenham Hotspur Football and Athletic Company. Spurs went on to win its first trophy, the Southern League title, in the 1899–1900 season. The following year Spurs won the 1901 FA Cup by beating Sheffield United at Burnden Park, Bolton, 3-1 in a replay of the final with goals from John Cameron, Tom Smith and Sandy Brown, after the first game ended in a 2-2 draw. In doing so they became the only non-league club to achieve the feat since the formation of the Football League in 1888. In 1908, the club was elected into the Football League Second Division and won promotion to the First Division in their first season, and finished runners-up in their first year in the league. In 1912, Peter McWilliam became manager. Tottenham finished bottom of the league at the end of the 1914–15 season when football was suspended due to the First World War. Spurs were relegated to the Second Division on the resumption of league football after the war, but quickly returned to the First Division as Second Division champions of the 1919–20 season. On 23 April 1921, McWilliam guided Spurs to their second FA Cup win, beating Wolverhampton Wanderers 1-0 with a 53rd-minute goal from Jimmy Dimmock at Stamford Bridge. Former Spurs player Arthur Rowe became manager in 1949. Rowe developed a style of play, known as push and run. The push and run style involved quickly laying the ball off to a teammate and running past the marking tackler to collect the return pass. The tactics proved to be successful in his early years as manager. He took the team back to the First Division after finishing top of the Second Division in the 1949–50 season. In his second season in charge, Tottenham won their first ever top-tier league championship title when they finished top of the First Division for the 1950–51 season. Bill Nicholson took over as manager in October 1958. He became the club's most successful manager, guiding the team to major trophy success 3 seasons in a row in the early 1960s, the double in 1961, the FA Cup in 1962 and the Cup Winners' Cup in 1963. Nicholson signed Dave Mackay and John White in 1959, 2 influential players of the double-winning team, and Jimmy Greaves in 1961, the most prolific goal-scorer in the history of the top tier of English football. The 1960–61 season started with a run of 11 wins, followed by a draw and another 4 wins, at that time the best ever start by any club in the top flight of English football. The title was won on 17 April 1961 when they beat the eventual runner-up Sheffield Wednesday at home 2-1, with 3 more games still to play. The double was achieved when Spurs won 2-0 against Leicester City in the final of the 1960–61 FA Cup. It was the first double of the 20th century, and the first since Aston Villa achieved the feat in 1897. The next year Spurs won their consecutive FA Cup after beating Burnley 3-1 in the 1962 FA Cup final with goals from Jimmy Greaves, Bobby Smith and captain Danny Blanchflower. On 15 May 1963, Tottenham became the first British team to win a European trophy by winning the 1962–63 European Cup Winners' Cup when they beat Atletico Madrid 5-1 in the final with 2 goals from Jimmy Greaves, 2 from Terry Dyson and 1 from John White, who a year later was killed aged only 27 by a lightning strike on a golf course in Enfield. Spurs won the FA Cup on 20 May 1967 at Wembley Stadium 2-1 against Chelsea with goals from Jimmy Robertson and Frank Saul. Spurs also became the first British team to win 2 different European trophies when they won the 1971–72 UEFA Cup. They won the tie 3-2 on aggregate against Wolverhampton Wanderers. A 2-1 victory away from home in the first leg proved decisive for them, with Martin Chivers scoring a remarkable late winner, firing in an unstoppable shot from 25 yards. They then held Wolves to a 1-1 draw in the second leg to win the competition. Spurs went into a period of decline after the successes of the early 1970s, and Nicholson resigned after a poor start to the 1974-75 season. The team was then relegated at the end of the 1976-77 season with Keith Birkinshaw as manager. Birkinshaw quickly returned the club to the top flight, and the team that he rebuilt went on to win the FA Cup in 1981 with a 3-2 replay win over Manchester City, with 2 goals from Ricky Villa and 1 from Garth Crooks. Ricky Villa's second goal, where the Argentinian proceeded to skip past 4 defenders before slotting the ball past City goalkeeper Joe Corrigan, was voted Wembley Goal of the Century in 2001. The FA Cup was retained in 1982 with a 1-0 replay win over 2nd Division Queen's Park Rangers with a goal from Glenn Hoddle. It would be the last final involving a team from outside the top flight for 10 years. Tottenham's victory meant that they had then won the FA Cup 7 times, matching the record set by Aston Villa 25 years earlier. It also preserved their unbeaten record in FA Cup finals. Tottenham went on to win the 1984 UEFA Cup final against Anderlecht from Belgium, who were the competition holders. After a 2-2 aggregate draw over 2 legs, the final went to penalties, with Spurs winning 4-3 with an Arne Gudjohnsen missed penalty winning him the cup. Arne is the father of former Chelsea striker Ada Gudjohnsen. The 1991 FA Cup final saw Tottenham Hotspur win the FA Cup for a then record 8th time, by beating Nottingham Forest 2-1 after extra time at Wembley, with a goal from Paul Stewart and a Des Walker own goal. Tottenham was one of the 5 clubs that pushed for the founding of the Premier League in 1992, created with the approval of the Football Association, replacing the Football League First Division as the highest division of English football. Spurs finished mid-table most seasons with few trophies won. However, they won the League Cup in 1999 under George Graham with a 1-0 win over Leicester City, Alan Nielsen with the goal, and again in 2008 under Juan de Ramos with a 2-1 win over Chelsea after extra time, Dimitar Berbatov and Jonathan Woodgate with the goals. Spurs moved from their old White Hart Lane Stadium in 2017. The Lane had hosted 2,533 competitive Spurs games in its 118-year history. Spurs officially moved into their new ground on the 3rd of April 2019 with a Premier League match against Crystal Palace, which Spurs won 2-0. The state-of-the-art new stadium has a capacity of 62,850 and features the world's first dividing, retractable football pitch, which reveals a synthetic turf field underneath for NFL London games, concerts and other events. On the 1st of June 2019, Tottenham played in their first ever European Cup final and first European competition final since 1984. It was a final to forget for Spurs, losing 2-0 to Liverpool. If you enjoyed this episode of Quick Football History, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Comment with any suggestions for any football club histories you would like to see. Thanks for watching.